Howdy everyone, it's Sam. Welcome back to the Wobble Enjoy Sports channel. If you're new around here, I hope I can get you to consider liking the content and subscribing to the channel. But if you are a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. Whoa, holy dooly, holy guacamole. Well done, North Queensland. Well done. They capture their third win of the season in an absolute heart stopper against the Newcastle Knights up at QCB Stadium. Congratulations, 18 points to 16. Not the highest quality game of footy of the season, but that last 90 seconds put a bit more salt and pepper into me beard and the rest of the hair around me freaking body. Holy crap, ladies and gents. Please let me know what you thought about that contest in the comments section below. And oh my goodness, isn't that an absolute relief? Jason Reed is in the chat. Thank you, man, and all the best to your club on Tuesday for sure. Will NRL, let's go. Wowee. A much better performance. Effort has always been there in 2023 for North Queensland, but a much better performance, a little bit more composed. And that's how they got over the line in the end. Wowee. That was a thriller. And I've got to say, man, we played that game with only 15 men. Tom Chester, Mitch Dunn, they were on a holiday out at Bali this week. They were chosen to play on the bench, from the bench, weren't selected to enter the paddock. So those boys, those men, had to do that game the extremely tough way without Tom Chester. Oh, wow. All right. Apologies for that. Yeah, I'm going to record instead. I'm sick of this internet. But yeah, I'm gonna record this instead. I'm sick of this, or I'm gonna put a hole in the wall and I'm gonna fair dinkum get myself a new box just sitting next to me. I'm sick of this internet, the dodo bird effing me up. But yeah, holy crap. So I'm gonna go on record and say Ruben Cotter was probably me bronze medalist for the evening. I'd say a special shout out goes to Valentine Holmes, because inside that final half an hour or so, he sprung to life and made some incredibly important and damaging runs from outside of our own end. And his man on the outside of him, unfortunately, nearly cost us the game. That sin binning from Murray Taulagi about 7 minutes into that second half nearly cost us, because Newcastle scored 2 tries inside that 10-minute period where when Murray Taulagi was off the paddock, unfortunately. But man, and again, to think that the Cowboys only used bloody 15 men. But look, Ruben Cotter would be me bronze medalist. Scott Drinkwater with about 2 try assists, possibly 3 try assists tonight. And he looked a little bit more polished, didn't he, in attack? But I got to say that my man of the match tonight was Cohen Hess. I know he had about a 20-minute spell on the interchange, but I think his effort, the bar that he set, mate, I think Cohen Hess was absolutely unreal tonight, bro. And without Jason Taumalolo as well, we needed someone to step up and have some serious starch. And we've got Jack O'Hare in the chat. Relax and smile, Sammy. It wasn't pretty, but you got the 2 points, mate. We certainly did. Jacqueline Dixon, yahoo! Yeah, man. Happy for you, mate. And Cody Games PlayStation is in the chat. Congratulations on the win, Sammy. Thank you very much. Let's go, Cowboys screams. Jacqueline Dixon, yeah. Oh, wow. Cowboys could probably even think of themselves unlucky to not be up 20 points to 6 or 18 points to 6 at halftime. Scott Drinkwater unfortunately knocked on a grubby kick made by Reece Robson, and it was a 6 points gone begging. And then Valentine Holmes also sprayed a penalty goal attempt across the face, unfortunately, that would have potentially put us up by 14 points to 6, or maybe even 18 or 20 points to 6 if the conversions and the tries were able to be executed. Just a quick thought on Newcastle Knights. Flash Blue is in the chat. Congrats, bro. I was tipping Newcastle, just to let you know. No, you got to do what you got to do, and they were coming. They were always going to be difficult opposition, but to just speak on Newcastle Knights, they were incredibly difficult opposition, but they were also their own worst enemy, unfortunately, tonight. They must have completed at about 60%, possibly 70% tonight, the Newcastle Knights. And in at halftime, the completion rates for the Cowboys, they made about 6 or 7 errors themselves. So that first half, it was about 70% to 60% completion rates, basically. And then to end that game, the Cowboys would have finished on 80% completion rate. So they knew that they needed to cut out the errors. They went out and executed. And they played a bit of footy as well. It still is a far cry from where they were this time last year, but they did look better in attack. They were just unfortunate with a couple of bounces of the balls here and there. And obviously they've been playing average for the past month or so, North Queensland. So there was always going to be a bit of a slow start from them, and that was the case from them in that first half as well. Going to go say good day to Jacqueline Dixon. I'm 100% happy Cowboys supporter tonight. Yeah, we'll sleep well tonight. Jack O'Hare, I tipped Newcastle, but they were dreadful. Yeah, dreadful may be too harsh a word, but I won't take that. I won't take that, criticize your opinion on that, because 60%, 70% completion rate is the reason why they lost tonight. Jason Reid is on fire. Well, if you can bloody send me an email, mate, and tell me what your thoughts are on next week, that'd be fantastic. I'm a bit too average this season. And look, man, isn't it interesting that Newcastle, they are clunkier. They're worse off when Kalen Ponga has been a part of the team. But look, that would be very, very, very unfair to zero in on Ponga like that. He was always going to be trepidatious. He started the game off the bench and came on at around about the 30-minute mark, and really didn't do anything in that 10-minute period before halftime. And then we get into the second half, and he caused the first line break of that second half. And then literally 60 seconds later, Murray Taulagi was sent to the sin bin for a late shot on Dane Gagai. But credit to Kalen Ponga, though. He did a couple of good things tonight. He was absolutely rampaging towards that try line with only 90 seconds, 10 seconds left remaining in the game. And I thought that'd be friggin' right. That'd be friggin' right if Ponga was the man to absolutely stick it up our backsides. But thank goodness that wasn't the case as well. Going to say hello to Nicholas McKercher. Howdy, dude. That was very impressive defense in the closing stages, he says. How many meters forward was that pass, though? 1, 2. Are you talking about the Valentine Holmes to Tom Dearden, mate? For Tom Dearden to score that try? On which forward pass, or what pass are you talking about there, bro? And then we've got Flash Blue. Safe to say that Walsh will be Queensland number 1. Oh, that's an interesting call, bro. I respectfully disagree. I don't think it's up to that stage just yet. Jack O'Hare, drink water, makes a difference to the Cowboys attack, and made some excellent reads on defense. Yes, absolutely. But for me, I think Colin Hess was absolutely outstanding tonight. And Scott Drinkwater would be me runner-up man of the match as well, with Ruben Cotter in there as well. But just a massive relief. It wasn't a game where, I was absolutely breathing heavily, perspiring absolutely massively towards the end there. But it's not a game where you scream and you go yeehaw woohoo. It's like, all right, we got that monkey off our shoulder now, and now we just instantly need to focus. We can't enjoy this win, in my opinion. We got to just, it's a relief, and now we've got to switch on again towards our next opponent, and that is the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks down at PointsBet Stadium on Thursday Night Football. And if you're a regular around here, you know that, in my opinion, Cowboys and Sharks is a rivalry. In my opinion, considering the history they've got, I cannot wait for Thursday night. It's going to be a massive, massive encounter. Nicholas McKercher, the pass for the try. Look, it's hard because me bias glasses are well and truly glued to me face, Mr. McKercher, but I do think it was flat. I definitely don't think it was, a proper backwards pass. I do think it was flat at best. And look, Ben Cummins, mate, he had a moment or two in that game from either side of the coin, but no, I do think that was a flat pass, and I think it's a fair try. I do, however, think that there was a forward pass call that was pinged on to Kalen Ponga to Lachlan Fitzgibbon with about 10 minutes or even 7 minutes remaining, and I think that was the wrong call. For sure. I'll definitely give Knights credit in that regard for sure. Jack O'Hara says, doesn't matter if the pass was forward, the try was given, so no use whinging about it. Bosky says, much needed victory. Yes, sir. And hello to you, Bosky. Flash Blue can't download KO. That's why I have to wait for YouTube for the highlights. Sorry for the intense comments, bro. You're not. No intense comments, bro. It's all good. It was a marginal call, but you get some and you lose some. And Jack, Mr. McKercher says, fair enough assessment. Thank you very much, man. But again, if I didn't make my point clear enough, I think Newcastle, while they did make way too many errors, they were a bit flat tonight after their Golden Point loss effort against Penrith. And it's been a really tough week for Adam O'Brien as well. And I send my condolences and my best of thoughts and prayers to him and his family in such a massively, massively difficult time. And I can't believe he actually even made the trip up. I mean, I don't think I would have. So to Adam O'Brien and his family, man, just my absolute best, and my prayers and thoughts and condolences are with you guys. But just wanted to pop on here and apologies for the start because the dodo bird was out in freaking force. But Cowboys, third win of the season. We're not back on track, but we found the track again, and now we need to get back on it, and we've got a huge task ahead of us this Thursday against Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. That, oh man, they weren't overly convincing against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs this afternoon, were they? Fair dinkum. And Jack O'Hara, the best team won, so that is that. But why O'Brien had Ponga on the bench was strange. Yeah. I would hazard a guess. I would hazard a guess and say that Ponga requested to start from the bench just to, I don't know, just to work his way. He would have been nervous as anything. He would have had butterflies in his stomach the size of freaking eagles, Kalen Ponga tonight. But it was strange. I wasn't anticipating that. Absolutely. Mr. McKercher says, should Nico be selected for New South Wales regardless of the position? Just squeeze him in there, in my opinion. He makes rugby league look ridiculously easy. That's a fair old rap, mate. After the past couple of games, it's getting harder and harder to make a case for Jerome Luai, bro. Hines is coming, bro. He's absolutely full steam ahead in that regard. But look, all in all, it was a beautiful presentation at the start of the game up at QCB Stadium. The Australian and New Zealand national anthems were sung. The bugle was blown. It was all a beautiful ceremony, and it was a tense game throughout. You could cut the tension with a knife, and you could see the pressure that the Cowboys were under. It was an absolute must-win tonight. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because it was so early on in the season, but they did it. And I'll say that bloody Chad Townsend, unfortunately, some of his kicks just went a meter too far and just gave. I think he may have given up 2 or 3 7 tackle sets, whether it was caught in the in goal or it went dead by a meter or so. But Townsend, he kicked a couple of times on when it's yin and yang. The yang, I guess, or the good part is that Townsend kicked the ball on the fourth tackle maybe 3 times as well tonight and turned that big Newcastle Knights pack around earlier. And that's the sort of stuff that I personally do like to see in me North Queensland Cowboys team. So, yeah, a lot more positive. I think Chad Townsend's performance really sums up the entire performance of North Queensland tonight. There was still a little bit of yin, but overall the yang overrides, and whatever the positive or the negative is of yin and yang, I'll do me research. So yeah, man, guys, thank you so much. What an absolute relief! What a thriller! Not the best game of the season, but far out, much needed victory. Thank you very much, guys. My man of the match was Cohen Hess, and we move on now to Thursday night footy, where the Sharks host the Cowboys in a rivalry game. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Adios. Go Cowboys! Thank freaking goodness for that. Oh, by the way, there's an announcement coming next week. Well, I hope it blows someone's head off. It's already blown my head off. Fair dinkum.